Yo, what's up, Gunzo? I just gotta get my chats all popped out over here. I can read everything. Alright. Got everything pulled up. Yo, what's up, Wes? How we doing? Wes, is that how you make your money? Hey, Jedi, how you doing today, man? Good to see you. Never noticed quite how good the beard game was. Love that. Sheesh. Chat's just turning me up. Turning me up. Need to get some rank games in once I set up the PC. Yes. Yes, we do. And hopefully, once the next season starts, I'll still be in a rank that you can play in. Right now, I don't know how much you've been grinding, but like, I'm only in platinum, so if you're like high tier, man, I can't play. All right. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. Oh, you're just diamond. Okay, cool. Then yeah, we would be able to. Doing good. I'm glad Monday work is done. Dude, me too. All right, I just want to make sure the camera angle's all good. We're all good over there. All right. So today's build is for Jawsy. If you're in the kick chat, you'll see Jawsy in there. He ran a giveaway for his community, so we are gonna build this computer today, and then he or I or somehow it'll get announced. Okay, they're gonna figure it out how to tell everybody who won it. Okay, that's not my job. But here's what's in it. We got a Ryzen 5 5600G. Yes, I had to look at the label to make sure I said it right. We got 16 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte SSD from Mushkin, a 3060, and this nice Gigabyte Aorus B550. This also, I believe, includes Wi-Fi, which is real nice. Yes, it includes Wi-Fi 6. Super safe, super fast. And then the CPU is going to get cooled by this Deep Cool air cooler. We were running with a 5600X in a previous build, and even under like super heavy CPU loads, it never got above like 60C. So totally more than capable of cooling this. And if anyone, like whoever wins it ever, wants to upgrade their CPU and stay on the same like platform and everything, they would just be able to upgrade this and keep the same CPU cooler and still be able to keep that thing cool. What's up, Daddy Shock? Yo, Agent, how you doing? I'm building your PC. Okay, apparently I'm building Agent's PC. So they say. Yo, what's up, Clark? Life's been pretty good, man. Just busy. Oh yeah, and then lastly, don't recall choosing this. But maybe we did. This case. I do recall choosing this case. It was a little bit surprising that it was in white. But maybe that's just me. Maybe Jawsy and I talked about it being white. I think it's going to look good, though. It's going to look amazing. Because it's going to have the white on the outside, and then it's going to be nice and dark and black on the inside. And we know that's going to look good. And the other thing that's going to be on here, so tomorrow, this glass panel here is going to have a nice big Jawsy logo right there on the center of it. And it'll have a little RE logo here for me, but mostly just the Jawsy logo. Yeah, it's going to look sick. So should we get started? What do you guys think? Yo, what's up, Oopsie? How you doing? It's a pretty good I mean, yeah, it's not bad for travel. I mean, you could go with something even smaller than this and get like a micro ATX motherboard, but like, this isn't that bad. I mean, this is no harder than like when I had to carry my Xbox and a monitor Well, back then it was a TV, an Xbox and a TV to my friend's house every weekend, so, you know, it's not so bad. Okay, let's switch. This. You won't break the glass on this one when you try to etch it, will ya? I'll try not to. I'll do my best. Okay, let's get this out of here. Hey, what's up, Aaron? Clark, how are you liking your new job? You've been at it for a few weeks now. Maybe it's been over a month and I'm just like time flies, but it hasn't been that long, but long enough for you to get like a feel for the new position. What are your thoughts on a Z690 Steel Legend? I think it's been good to me, but I don't know if there are better options for the price tag. So I honestly don't really have much experience with ASRock. I've never heard anything like really bad about them, but I've never used them really, so I'm not totally sure. I mean, they obviously like bang for the buck in terms of the like specs that you get for them for the price are incredible. In terms of like actual performance and longevity, I don't really know it that well. That's like a gap in my use and knowledge for PCs. But I would be interested in trying that out. I just don't want it to be like I just need to do some research on it, to be honest. Like I don't want to just like try it out on a customer build, but I need to find out somehow, right? Okay, let's get our CPU in here. Handles the OC really well. Well, that's good. Yeah, I would say, I mean, like, it's a standard chipset. The only thing, yeah, you would have to worry about is if you're like overclocking, or just like general like longevity of the product, right? Not so much anything else these days because so much of the stuff is standardized. And then maybe like the software, if the like motherboard RGB software or whatever software kind of sucks, then it's not great, but who knows? You can hear me loud and clear. Love that. All right, let's get that CPU installed. Boom. Gotta give it a little wiggle test, you know? Make sure it's really in there. All right. Okay, so we're gonna have to take these guys off to get our CPU cooler on, but first we can get our SSD on here. So we just gotta take this little heat sink off of here. And that will expose our CPU or our SSD spot. Man, I can't talk today. There we go. We'll get our SSD out here. This is a Mushkin Elements. This is a Gen 3 SSD. It's nothing super fancy, but price to performance, I mean, you're getting, you know, 12 to 1600 megabytes per second read-write, and it's only like, well, I only pay like $37 for these. So 1 terabyte for $37, I mean, and it's not a hard drive, it's kind of hard to beat, you know? That screwdriver is cool as hell. Yeah, I love this thing, man. Linus Tech Tips, the LTT store is where I got that from. I pre-ordered mine in like July or something and got it in like September, but I think at this point they're all ready to ship. You're just honored that Chadwick Stonebound and Sparty took your advice and had you build their PCs after mine. I know, right? It's crazy. You know what's funny? Sparty and I mean, we haven't, he hasn't paid the invoice yet because I still have to send it to him. But Sparty's all signed up for a third PC already. So we'll get that, you know, in writing, you know, paid for, and then we'll get that one moving too. All right, we're gonna put our CPU cooler on next. Yeah. Still a little sick, so if my voice sounds funny or if I sniffle or have to blow my nose, just know that I'm a little sick. Yeah, the screwdriver's so cool. I mean, even just that feature, just being able to do this on a screwdriver, so convenient. So convenient. All right, let's get this CPU cooler out of its box. How's everybody's Monday going? Got a case of the Mondays? Just kidding. Do I build about every week? Yes. Typically, I have at least one build per week. Some weeks more, some weeks less. But I would say on average, I'm building at least one PC every week. Come on. Why is that so tight? Ugh. They didn't change this up on me, did they? Well, it's Intel, that's also Intel. Yeah, should be right. A little tight on these ones. There we go. There we go. Okay, so those go in like that. And then this guy is gonna sit right on top like so. And then these bolts are just gonna go right through it. We'll just get all these bolts started, make sure that frame is kind of in the right place where we want it, and then we can tighten them down. See? The magnet on this thing is so strong, it goes through this screw and still picks stuff up. It's almost too strong sometimes. I don't think I've ever complained about having too strong of a magnet until I got this screwdriver. Or as I call them, Taylor, David, and Michael. Yeah, you don't even know Sparty's real name. Ha! Joke's on you, it's Leonidas. Hence the name Spartacus. Got that on there. So normally we would just use this thermal compound from Deep Cool, but we've got some better stuff laying around, you know? We use this stuff from Thermalright. Got some nice Thermalright compound here. We'll use that instead. Not that it really matters, this chip doesn't really create a lot of heat, but, you know, why not? Give it a nice little grain of rice there in the center. We'll squeeze that out. Yo, what's up, Richard? As Meatloaf saying 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Well, you know. I don't really know any Meatloaf songs, if I'm honest, other than there's like one. There was one that they had on Top Gear where they were talking about like the best driving song in the world, but I don't really remember. Don't really remember which one it was. This is actually a really cool example of how these air coolers work. So right here you can see these pipes come right in and then they go along this flat edge and they just sit there and they plane them down so it's a nice smooth surface, and then that heat gets conducted into these heat pipes, which has little tiny droplets of water in them. So they heat up, they evaporate, they make their way out along this tube, and then all these fins pull heat from these tubes. Then that water condenses and then makes its way back down to the bottom of the tube. Really cool. Very, very interesting. Phase change, if you didn't know, takes a ton of heat. It takes a ton of heat to actually create a phase change in water especially. And so you can use that to your advantage and get better cooling performance. Which is why all of the high-end air coolers are made like this. They utilize that phase change to pull heat out of your CPU. I don't want to overstep my boundaries here, but is it okay if I advertise your website for my viewers to get a solid P? Absolutely! 100%, redneckengineer.com. I don't remember if I set up my thing on here. But yeah, it's like literally the same way my my username is spelled. It's just rednekengineer.com. I do anything for love, but I won't do that. It was a big Meatloaf tune. I don't think that was it, but... Okay. We're going to plug this into our CPU fan slot right up here on top. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I don't know if he says that. Whatever. Just get that like that. And then we just need to get our RAM in here. Okay, yeah. Oh, I do have a link. Yeah, I kind of forgot. I've been on Facebook for so long that I forget that like panels exist. And since I'm not on my own Kick dashboard very often, or I'm like looking at my own Kick channel very often, I forget about them. Even though I made them, I put them there. But get you being smart. All right, and then we've got, this is a CL16-3600 kit. Each one of these sticks are 8 gigabytes. So they'll have 16 gigabytes total. Yeah, I mean, you can always upgrade, or you can buy another set of these if whoever wins wanted to go up to 32 gigs, because you got 4 slots here on the board. But yeah, these are great little kits of RAM, and they're super reasonably priced. So definitely would recommend these G-Skill Rip Jaws if you've got you need some DDR4, or honestly, they're DDR5 stuff too. Paradise by the dashboard lights as well. I don't know. My dad used to pick me up from high school blasting Bad Out of Hell. That's what it was. That was totally it. Bad Out of Hell was like on Top Gear's, like, or in the early 2000s, like one of their best driving songs for the highway or whatever it was. 16 is plenty to do just about everything. If you're gaming and streaming from a single PC, having 32 is much nicer. With 16, you're likely to run out of RAM. If you're, especially if you have a lot of stuff going on besides, like, if you just have OBS, like if all you have is OBS and the game and like, one other program, you're not using a whole lot of stuff, then you can get away with just 16 gigs. But as you start adding more and more stuff to your stream, like GoXLR, Stream Deck, other Elgato stuff, recording, all that sort of stuff adds usage of your RAM. So if you're doing, more stuff than that, then you'll want more RAM. Other stuff that you would want more RAM for is things like a lot of like higher end like workstation type stuff. So like say you're doing like CAD rendering, or really heavy analysis type work. A lot of that does take more RAM, so yeah, you'll want more RAM. I would say a lot of times go with 32 just to be safe, because especially if you're using DDR4. Well, if you're using DDR4, everything is so cheap now that you can get like really good DDR4. I'll switch to this while I'm talking. You can get really good DDR4 for like $100. For DDR5, you don't really even have a choice because everything is 16 gig sticks or bigger. So you don't really have a choice to get only 16 gigs if you're going DDR5. Unless you're doing a single stick of RAM, which I wouldn't do. Okay. Back to this. Ugh. Oh, wait. All these cables are in the way. Okay, we're gonna have to take the back panel off. Hey, how you doing, Native Town? 2x16 or 4x8. 2x16 is always better. Most CPUs can't do true quad channel, so you're better off going dual channel. Like, you're not gonna see a huge loss, like huge performance difference, but like if you have a choice and you're like looking at ordering RAM, go with 2x8. Okay. Or 2x16. Sorry. Okay, now we can get this in here. Nice and gentle like. Come on. Come on. Just squeeze right back there. Okay. Alright, looks like we got it. Oh. Is this set up for a micro ATX? There's no standoff right here. Hold on. Might have to add a couple of standoffs in there. Which one? It's gonna be here, right? And so we need those 3. Okay, so let's get the this guy. This hopefully, yep, becomes with some standoffs. Cool. Yo, what's up, Vicon? It's good to see you. Paradise by Dashboard Lights. Ooh. Love these streams, man. Thanks for it, because I can only build one computer for yourself. Yeah, dude, I totally get that. It kind of keeps me from doing more stuff to my own computers, you know? Okay. So we've got 1, 2... There's 3. Okay, so we got these 3 little standoffs for the motherboard. So this is set up for basically like a micro ATX kind of layout. So I need a standoff here, here, and here. Oh, hey, my light's not on over here. Oops. So I need these 3 standoffs, which we'll actually need my iFixit screwdriver for that. I think we need this one here. Yeah. All right. So I've got the socket that I need for this. Tighten these down. There we go. You're back! Had to switch to Wi-Fi. What's up? Nothing happened. I'm just kidding. I don't think much happened though. Yeah, I mean, like you're not gonna see, like I said, you're not gonna see a huge performance difference between the two, but you know, if you have the choice, like go with 2x16. All right, those are all nice and tight. Good to go. Get this guy up and around in there. Slide back. Okay. There we go. Now we've got all those. All right. Now it's time to tighten this motherboard down. How long have I been building PCs? About 3 years. I built my first one in like late July, August-ish of 2020, and I really enjoyed it. Like I built my own first PC. Like it was my personal like first ever like actual gaming PC, and I enjoyed building it so much that I was like, hey, I wonder if I can like kind of keep doing this. And so for the first one, I just like found a reason to do it. So I like, it was right at the beginning of the GPU shortage, and so I found an upgraded GPU this guy was getting rid of or selling, but he was also like, oh, like you can have this case and power supply with it. And I was like, well, that's like halfway there to having a new build. So I, took my old GPU and put it in that new case with a power supply, and found some really good, reasonably priced RAM and motherboard off like Facebook Marketplace that has never really been used. Same with like an SSD. Just found like a nice, good priced SSD, and then built it all together and sold it. I mean, I didn't really make any money off that one, but I basically got myself a free GPU upgrade, which was awesome. And thus began my PC building business journey. Here we are today, almost 3 years later. Yeah, I literally like started my business in the heat of the GPU shortage, which is maybe not the best decision ever, but there's never a convenient time to do something like that. All right, that is pretty well tied down. Let's switch to this. And we're gonna get all this front panel stuff connected, and we'll get this connected here as well before I forget. Oh, these fans actually are set up for daisy chain. That's nice. Nice work, Deep Cool. Alright, so they set these all up so you can daisy chain the connector there. I bought one and upgraded my RAM, GPU, and power supply. Needed the CPU and motherboard. You're bound up now. Get to it! Alright. First things first. Let's do our HD audio. That's going to come out over here, in this corner. Just like that. Done. Then we can do our USB, and this one actually has USB 2 and USB 3, rather than a lot of newer stuff has USB 3 and USB 3.2, like a USB-C. This is definitely a budget case, so you know, gotta expect some you know, lower end features when you go lower end on the cost, but still a really good looking case, so I wouldn't be upset to have it. Okay, and then our USB 3 is actually on the bottom on this motherboard, so you can kind of just run this down here like so. That'll look nice and clean. Okay, now, one of the cool things about Gigabyte is they come up with these little front panel connector things. I don't really know what to call it, but basically, normally you have all of these separated connectors for your front panel, like power switch, reset switch, HUD LED, and instead you can put those all into this little guy. It makes it into basically a single connector. Super convenient. Putting in little individual connectors outside of the case is much easier than doing them inside of the case. Alright, so let's flip that back. This is gonna go this way. Pull those nice and tight. Back. We're done. Okay. Now we're gonna connect this rear fan in with these other guys. I got a 3060 gig and I still don't get 100 FPS because of it. What CPU and motherboard do you have right now? I got a timer and a panel set up for you. Wait, what? Thanks for letting me support you in every way I can. Hey, I appreciate it, dude. I appreciate the support, dude. I mean, I got CPU optional here I could use. All my other system fan headers are down low, and I don't know if this is gonna reach down low because they ran them up first. So what if we redo that? All right, let's look at the back. So these two guys, at least, you want to take off of the daisy chain for now. Get rid of this random wire tie that's not doing anything. 7400 and now oh yeah, that's definitely holding you back. Hey Matthew, thank you for the 50 stars. There is never an end to PC upgrading. It's true. Never an end. I saw a 48 gigabyte kit, DDR5 7000. Cast latency was way too high for my liking though. Yeah, I would go for like a CL32 6400. Those can be tuned up higher. Or if you're gonna go like the highest end, you can get up to 7600 megahertz with like a standard 4-DIMM slot motherboard. And you can get those at cast latency 36 or 38 as well. But those are gonna get spendy. They're like You're looking at like 300 bucks or something for that. All right, we'll do this properly. Okay, there we go. All right, where did all these fan cables go? Where did you all go? All right, so we got 1, we got 2, we got 3. So we'll daisy chain this guy here, this guy here. I don't know if that far one is gonna reach. He might have to just go. Gonna have to reach. Okay. Okay. So then we're gonna bring this guy back out to the bottom. Yo, what's up, Ryzen? Long time since you caught a build. Sheesh. I know, there was a lull there where, due to some dum-dum messing up their own website, I wasn't receiving anything from when people would fill out the custom build form. So I have no idea how many builds I missed out on. Maybe 5, maybe 8. But I literally was not receiving anything from when people would fill out the form. So if you did fill out the form in May, and you didn't hear back from me, my fault. I'm sorry. Let's read it. We're gonna use this top slot that I just noticed for this back fan. See? There we go. Just pull that tight. Back. Sort it out. You have a 12600K Z690 Steel Legend motherboard and a 1070 Ti, and you're getting over 100 FPS. Yeah, so that's the thing with Warzone. In a lot of games, like they're very CPU heavy. So, you know, you can have like just like a mediocre GPU and then have like a real nice CPU, like that 12600K, and you're gonna be in really good shape. Okay. What am I doing here? Power. That's what we should do. All these are now plugged in, okay? All of these fans, everything are all plugged in. So we need to get power. And for that, we have this. A Thermaltake Tough Power 650 watts. This is slightly oversized for the GPU that we have in here, but it's still gonna work. And don't mind me, I need to blow my nose, so don't listen. Stop listening. All right, much better. Sorry about that. It's been a year since I bought my PC and it still runs like a dream. Yes, sir. Wonder who built it. I don't know. The world may never know. Or maybe you'll tell them right now. As we segue to our sponsor. Just kidding. I'm sorry, I'm sick. There's nothing I can do. The plastic is still on. You said you were gonna take the plastic off and send me a video so that I can do a reaction video. All right? You promised. We have it in writing. New PC parts! That adapter for the front panel is so nice. Lately my cases already have them put together. But yeah, it is super nice. And yeah, some cases do come with that now, which is nice as well. You just did 64 gigs 2x32 CL36000. Oh, that's great. Yeah. That G-Skill, the CL36000 should be pretty much the same as CL32 6400 as well. It just depends on how you tune it. Right, got that over here. Okay, for power. I did not see any SATA back there, so we don't need a SATA. We need one CPU, we need the motherboard power, and then we need one GPU power, and that's it. Nice and easy. Unless you want a fancy new logo on there. Didn't I send you the new logo? Or did I send that to Vincent? I sent somebody one of the new logo stickers. Right, I sent it to you, right? Yeah. Yeah, you should put the new one on there. I'll put the old one on there. You can put the old one on there, put it on like the back or something. The new logo just looks so much better. don't need these. You don't plan to OC. Oh yeah, and you have a 7800X 3D anyways, so you don't need the higher speed. You want lower latency anyways. Like you want lower end speed, that's 6000, and low timings. So yeah, you're good with that build kit, or that kit as is. All right. Get our motherboard power in here. The old one has the lumberjack in it. Yeah, exactly. That is the old one. My new logo is way better. Much more fitting. Alright. There we go. That looks nice and clean. Get our CPU power in here as well. I'm doing good. I don't know how everybody else is doing. You know, it's still sick, but I'm getting over it. Feeling better, like energy-wise and stuff. Just still got like sinuses and like my ears have been feeling kind of full, which is really unfortunate. It's a very terrible feeling. I don't like it at all. But other than that, doing pretty solid. All right, we'll put the GPU one on in a minute. So first things first, let's get these guys tied down over here. Throw a zip tie back there. I'm not doing the drawing for it. That's up to Jawsy. I think it's already been selected. I don't know. I assume Jawsy might still be in here. Yeah, I have a cold. Great. Okay. That's all in there. I think we can we can at least get this top bit in there. Oh man, I'm going through these things. I bought these on Amazon. They were pretty cheap. Just as like a, hey, I wonder, how good they'll be. And they're actually not bad. I bought like 100 of them for like 20 bucks or something. Maybe less than that. These, cable management holes are real small. I don't know if I'll even be able to use these. Jeez. Twist. Alright. Well, it's way oversized, but it's fine. Sinus stuff sucks. It does. It really does. You have allergies year-round, so you feel that? Yeah. I used to have really bad allergies. I don't know if some of it just came down to, like, me getting, like, fixing my diet, but my allergies are way better now. Oh, he said I was? Oh, maybe he'll message me and I'll tell you guys who it is. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So that's there. Got CPU power here. I should probably have my phone on me if he wants to message me what it is, though. Ow! Okay. Oh, he did. Okay. Alright, let's get our CPU power in here. Or motherboard power, whatever it is. Yo, what's up, Trap? What we doing? Tree pot sticker. I don't know what that means or how to respond to that. But those are fun emojis. Hey, thank you so much for the 500 stars. Gerald Camacho, that looks kind of like Vicon. I'm gonna guess that that's also Vicon. Appreciate you, dude. I have head congestion sickness. You had it for 2 weeks, couldn't shake it so bad my ears started to clog. When I blew my nose, they would pop. Yeah, exactly. So that's what happens to me a lot when I get colds. So this time around, I got some I had some like Sudafed stuff left over from when I was in Turkey, so I used that up. Oh my gosh. Too short. Is there not enough space in here to fit this through there, or we just gotta kind of muscle it a little bit? Alright, there we go. Just got a little wiggle. Wiggle there, okay. Alright, we got our motherboard in here. We'll get that tightened down now. Bolts are in here. Hey, Rytek, thank you so much for the gifted sub, dude. Every gifted sub on Kick and all the stars on Facebook this month so far are going to, we're gonna donate a PC to somebody in need. So, yeah, if you guys are feeling generous, just know that anything that you guys donate this month, that's where it's gonna go to, until we reach enough money to do the giveaway. We definitely are not there yet, so feel free to donate. I went to Amino. Broccoli dumpling. That's it's not a broccoli. The first one was not a broccoli. It had a brown center. That is not a broccoli, sir. Is yours similar? It went through my house. Yeah, mine is pretty similar. Thankfully, I'm the only one who seems to have really gotten it. Avery seems fine, and Jules seems fine. So, okay, so we got that. Is there a hole at the bottom of this one that we can use for the GPU? Not really. So we'll probably go like this, and then go through there. That'll be our GPU cable right there. So, all right. So we're gonna have to use a couple more zip ties over on this right side. How's it going, Trap? Alright, go. And then I'd like to be able to fit another one of these in here, so we'll give it the old college try. See if we can do it. This cable management tabs that they cut into the panel is just not big enough. Like, we're gonna make it work, but it's not ideal. Build's going great, man. We're getting close to being done. This is a very straightforward build. It's just like an air cooler and stuff, so we'll be out of here in no time. Oh, look how clean that's gonna be, you guys. Sheesh. All right, before we tighten down the GPU one, let's get the GPU in so that we know exactly how tight it needs to be on the backside. All right, open up that slot. Gonna loosen up this. Oh, haven't seen one of these in a little while, so I think this used to be pretty common on lots of cases. Now you really only see it on a little bit lower end cases. So rather than like you pull a bolt out on these tabs, like these little brackets here, and then you just replace it with the GPU, you actually have to just bend these until you snap them, and that spot's free. And actually, not bad. Those really don't feel sharp either, which is nice. All right, and then we just need a couple of these bolts. They plan on using these hand? No. Need a couple of these bolts. Bend and snap. Right? Nobody clip that. All right. Okay, so we got those out of the way. Unlike other ones, these are non-reusable. They're gone. Freaking legend. Yeah, a couple of fellow Canadians up here in the Facebook chat. Hey, what's up, Killboy Girl? Alright, let's get this cute little 3060 out of here. Yes! Do I build all the high-end water-cooled builds? Yes, I do. Actually, if you watch my recent reel from today, it showcases a very high-end water-cooled, all AMD builds. Check it out. I don't get commissions for water-cooled builds that often, but I definitely can do them. Most people are not, that aren't building their own, don't really need, or don't really ask for a fully water-cooled build because it is so much more expensive. And, a lot of the benefits come from that additional cooling you get from water cooling when you overclock it. So, yeah, a lot of people don't end up buying fully water-cooled builds. Alright, so here's our little MSI 3060. This guy in here. Until you hear the click. There it is. That's that little retainer clip closing. And then we need to tighten that down so that it doesn't go anywhere. I think I tightened down this bracket thing here with it, but that's okay. There it goes. Now it's past it. Yo, what's up, Leatherneck? How you doing? I'm feeling pretty good. Hanging in there. All right, I think everything's open. Put my knife away. All right. Yeah, we can get this guy in here now. That's tight. That's tight. Is she gonna reach? You gonna reach there? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. It's going to reach. Silly goose. I like to hold the GPU with one hand while I install the power cable to make sure nothing gets damaged. All right, then do this front part real quick. So I like to, like this, tie it back so it just looks a little cleaner. Legally Blonde was hilarious. Oh, I knew the assignment. All right, so here. Okay, so just do something like that. Keeps the top kind of tightened down to it so it doesn't go anywhere. Put that off before I forget. How's your Monday, Leather? Oh, by the way, your PC will ship out on Thursday night because I ran out of those the expandable foam that I put inside the case, and it took 2 weeks for it to get here, so it'll be here on Thursday. Sorry. Hey, Jesse, thank you so much for the 100 stars. If you're not overclocking, do you need a fully water-cooled PC? No. But why not? I mean, it is really nice. Like, you do get some other benefits. Like, you get, the added longevity of your components, like, staying cool versus, like, a standard PC, In general, your components are definitely going to get warmer than in, like, a water-cooled unit. But the biggest difference is definitely the fact that you can keep the components cooler while doing higher performance, which really only comes into play when you're overclocking. And Trap can speak to that even better than I can, because he's the one would be doing all the overclocking for my computers. Most times really good tower coolers can do just as well as an AIO. Very true. The NHD 15 has proven itself time and time again that it is one of the best coolers on the market. AIOs be damned. The AIOs look so much better. And they do tend to be quieter in most cases. Cases being like, not case, but like instances. All right, we need to a lot of fluff in here. Needs to be kind of sorted out. Yeah, the Noctua NHD15 is arguably one of the best CPU coolers on the market, and it is a tower cooler. Okay, let's get that tightened down right there. Was your cooler prior to your AIO that thing took punishment? Yeah, they do such an amazing job, and then like the nice part about it is like even if they're old and like they're no longer covered under like a warranty, like you don't throw them away, you just get a new fan for them, replace the thermal paste, and you're done. Come on, we can do this. We can do this one more time. These cable management whole things for this case are just too small. Hold on, I have an idea. Ha! Yes! Suck on that, case. Okay, this still looks like a bit of a disaster over here, though. You put your Noctua in your son's computer you built? Hey, let's go. I had a power supply with RGB in my off-white case. PC that was running Windows XP. Heck yeah. You can still get power supplies that have like an RGB fan in them. Alright, so I think some of these guys just need to get pointed. Instead of shooting directly forward, they need to go shoot back first. Alright. Otherwise, this length is too much. Come on. Come on. Redirect! Redirect! The other way! Better. Here, that's better. Okay. I think we could do like one more cable tie down there, and then we might be good here. I was a Windows 2.0 kind of kid. Oh my god. You could say it was a pretty serious rig. Right. Sounds like it. Alright. That ain't half bad. I think we're at the point where we can say, that'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Okay. What do you guys think? Did I get your stamp of approval on that? That job well done. Not medium rare. Well done. Approved! Let's go. You wish your chords looked that good? Well, you know who to come to if you want to make them look that good, alright? You know what the best part about cable management is? It's gonna be hidden completely. Alright. Windows 8 could not have been worse than Windows ME. That is a fair point. I think my family completely skipped Windows ME. My dad's a network engineer, so he, I'm sure, knew enough about it to be like, yeah, we're not gonna use that at home. By the way, I have a similar wedding ring. I bought two 2, 1, 2 minus 1. What? One, oh, you got 2. One with Jack Daniel's single barrel inlay, the other with purple elderwood inlay. I don't know what sort of, like, I don't know what, like, where it would have come from, but this is also a whiskey barrel. And then it's inlaid with the outside. The outside is a ceramic. I don't know how well you all can see this. If we get a little closer. So that center wood inlay is a whiskey barrel, and then the outer bit is ceramic. So when we were looking at them, we talked to the jeweler, and the jeweler was like, well, you could go with like some metals and stuff, but they're all gonna be like a bluing or whatever, like a coating onto the metal to make it look black. Whereas if you go ceramic, it's a true black and it's never gonna fade. So that's why I went with this. I did look at some that had like antlers in them and stuff too, but I really liked this better. Take out that HDD cage? Nah. What if they want to put like 20 terabytes of storage or something crazy in it? I don't know. Better left in there, just in case. Especially for shipping. I don't want to take that out for shipping. Because there's not usually enough space in the box to stick it in there. Blah, 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 blah. Replace my AO with an air cooler, but I feel like I went too cheap. I'm trying to figure out what to upgrade it to. Yeah, let me know what CPU do you have. That would definitely help pick what air cooler would be more appropriate. Noctua has really good stuff. They do have really good stuff. NHU 12S or the 12S Redux is a really good one. Yeah, that's a solid one. Next time you're in Nashville, I'll bring it up for you to do my cables. Dude, let's do it. I mean, one of these days I gotta get another tattoo, right? The only reason I went to Tennessee in the first place. Okay. Let's see how this looks. Okay. Flip the power switch. All right, we need some. I'm gonna need something from you guys first. I need some fire emojis in the chat. All right, I want a bunch of fire emojis before we turn this thing on. Okay, deal. You're from Tennessee You're from Tennessee as well, Agent? Let's go. Hey, there's some fire emojis in the chat. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Okay. This thing in view? You able to see that? All right. Power button. 3. Oh yeah. Don't worry about that. It's memory training and doing initial boot stuff. Okay, sometimes it does it twice. Yeah, isn't that sweet? Would y'all just chill out? How about that? Here we go. Fans seem a little confused at the moment. I think they've calmed down. So the thing I didn't know about these fans, they appear to be RGB but not addressable RGB. So I think whatever color they are currently is the color they will be forever and ever. But, yeah, I don't know that 100%, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Unless this USB 2.0 is for those fans, which I kind of doubt it, because there's 2 USBs up there, 2 USB connectors. But yeah, I still think it looks amazing. I mean, you don't need to have every color in the rainbow to have a good looking case. So here it is. Hope you guys like it. I don't know if Jawsy's in here. I kind of want Jawsy to be in here before we announce the winner. There should be an app on the PC that allows you to do so depending on the motherboard. Well, that's the thing. These don't have a direct connection to the RGB headers. They only had the only cable they have on them is the power cable for turning the fans on. So I don't think they're addressable RGB. If that makes sense. Yeah, let's have them stop in before we announce it. You got a 5900X. Yeah, so that U12S from Noxia would do well. You get something like the Thermalright Peerless Assassin would be another CPU cooler that should do the trick. Yeah, Josh. So this was built for Jawsy's PC giveaway for his community, and he asked me if I could build it live, and then we can announce the winner here live on stream. So I'm not giving this away personally. I built it for Jawsy, who is giving it away. You have a Cooler Master ML280 mirror. Oh, those are fun. I really like the look of those. Yeah, the Cooler Master stuff, like, it's kind of hit or miss on whether or not, like, it fails or whatever, but other than that, like, they work well. They're super reasonably priced, for sure. I told him to jump in. Sweet. Gotta hit the links. Vicon, are you in Eastern Canada as well? Yeah, it's awesome. I love getting to be a part of that. Sorry. That filter back on the top, make it look real nice. Real nice. Actually, it's kind of cool. This color goes really well with Jawsy's like logo and theme and stuff, right? Because it's, you know, the oceany. I get, depending on where in the world you are, it's kind of oceany. You're in San Diego. That's quite a ways away. Unless you're talking about on PGA Tour, like the game, that would make way more sense. You have a Corsair 540, white and black. Suckers, huge. Virtual links. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right, Josh doesn't hurry up. We're just gonna give this away willy-nilly. All right. Just kidding. I already know who it's going to now, so I'm gonna say who it goes to. Oh, surprise! It went to Jawsy. He won his own computer that he paid for. Drum roll, please. You just want the oranges, reds, and yellows? For fear of sounding like an idiot, how do you change the color on the RGB? On yours, yes, it will be through the MSI Mystic Light software, Leatherneck. Winner is Heinrich, who does not even follow Jawsy, probably. Kidding. Alright. I think we're just gonna do it. What do you guys think? One's in chat. One's in chat if you think we should just do it and say Jawsy be darned. Because he's not showing up. Long put in a 2. It's confusing. But I would say anything written that is just a number is good. I'm gonna consider that a 1. Awkward. Back when I was working in fiber and cable, I had a guy ask me if coax cable could install, cox cable could install a T1 line into his house. He had a real-time flight sim trainer in his house, but a T1 still seemed way overkill. Oh, for sure. All right, we're doing it. All right, everyone, get some drum roll. Let's see some. I don't know if there's like a drum roll emoji or something we can use. Let's see some of those in the chat, right? We do this, you might even be able to see the PC a little bit better. Ooh, yeah. The winner is, I don't know the last name, but it's Kate! And I don't know who that is on Kick. But Kate is the winner. Woohoo! Go Kate! I don't know who that is though. Is Kate in here? Can we get Kate in here? I'm assuming that the people in Jawsy's stream know who Kate is. But I don't. Oh, that was Native Town? Well, get her back in here. Someone get her back in here. Yeah, we should get her back in here so she can see her PC. You can be Kate. Mr. Ryan Tech Gaming, you chill out, right? Your time is coming, okay? Native Town 90, come back! That's your Saturday night name, Heinrich? Oh, don't tell me things like that, Heinrich. Don't tell me things like that, you weirdo. She deserves it. I love to hear that. I'm glad other people are happy for it too. Her kid had just spilled something on her Xbox? Oh my gosh. That's awful. So she's like without anything to play on right now. You can call me whatever you want. Woohoo, new PC and a new kid. Was it like a baby? Or like her little baby? Spilled something on it? Or does she have like... Not sure how old? Okay. Well, the build's done. It's here. It's completed. You guys have any PC questions while we're here? Before we switch over to playing some games? I love this ice blue color. And just wait until, like, when the glass panel's on and it's gonna have, like, the big Jawsy logo is gonna be lit up on it, too. It's gonna be prime. Prime. Yeah, how it's just the fans. Like, yeah, I really like an accented RGB rather than just everything being RGB. I think it looks really nice. I almost feel like I have to tone it down when I have, like, when everything's RGB. You have to find ways to, like, kind of tone it down so it's not just in your face. But when it's like this, it looks super slick, really clean. Really pops. Okay, well, we are going to follow the stream on Facebook and YouTube after we're done. I'll answer this question, and then we're gonna play some games, and we'll be joined by a special guest pretty soon. What's in the PC? Yeah, so It's got a Ryzen 5 5600G in here, which is the 5000 series Ryzens with the G on them. Means they have integrated graphics, so you can connect directly to the motherboard for graphics and not even have a GPU. It's got this deep cool AG400 CPU cooler. Got a 1TB SSD, a 3060 from MSI, 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, the Gigabyte B550 motherboard with Wi-Fi, and then did I say a 1TB SSD area? I think I did. 650 watt power supply, and then this deep cool CK something. It's a deep cool case. That's what it is. But yeah. No, you're totally fine, man. You told her to come back? Okay. Do you find that white just seems to get dirty quicker? No, because I don't do weird, dirty things around my PCs, Heinrich. This is... Yes, this is basically the gamer PC on my website. The only difference is, like, this is a different case. But I think this one looks just as good as the other one. And this one was like really good, a really good deal when Jawsy ordered it, and I had since used all of the Magnum Gear ones that I had, and I was like, hey, this one actually is really cool. Do you want to switch to this one instead of the Magnum Gear? And he was all for it. I really like this look of like the white on the outside, and then the whole interior is all kind of black and dark. I think it's a really good look. We've done it a couple times, and I think it always turns out really well. You're welcome. That's totally fine. It's going to be up on the back of the stream for like the entire night. So if she hops in at any point tonight, I can switch to that camera and we can, she can take a look at it. But I'm going to start getting stuff ready to game. Will I turn it dirty, or did I do that again? Oh, okay, maybe you didn't turn it dirty. Maybe I did, but I don't know. Yeah, the two-tone builds always look good. Okay, so the plan is we're gonna cut the stream on Facebook and YouTube. We're gonna be exclusively on Kick for the rest of the night, and we're gonna play some Warzone with some friends. A special guest that has a big announcement to make, right? So we're gonna tune into the announcement, and then we're gonna play some games. Whoop, whoop. All right, you guys just enjoy the beauty of that computer while I get the camera stuff moved around. Hey, thanks, Leather. All right, we're gonna lose video signal for just a second here, folks.
No, Harry, don't look at the light. I can't help it. It's so beautiful. All right, there you go. Okay. So, oh, shoot. There we go. Okay. Beeringer raid. Kevin says Beeringer raid, and then it'll be right back. Well, I guess we can't just cut the Facebook stream now. We just got raided. All right, we'll cut the. We're gonna cut the stream on YouTube though.